Thanks for the list, Mr. Wilson. We'll be sure to let the fans know. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Deadpool facts.
Deadpool, branded as both hero and villain. Deadpool was once a badass mercenary named Wade Wilson. After being recruited into the Weapon X program, Wade was subjected to experiments that gave him awesome regenerative powers.
For this list, we've scoured the globe for the most interesting tidbits about Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, aka the Merc with the Mouth. From his varied history to his insane delusions and all the crazy things writers have done with him, these facts are what everyone should know before hiring this deranged mercenary.
Told you I had a plan!
Number 10. Yellow caption boxes.
Shit, as I suspected. Words everywhere.
To represent his unique voice, all of his captions are presented in yellow boxes. When he was first introduced, his dialogue had a yellow outline surrounding the standard white bubble, but later comics opted to make the entire thing one solid color. Writers have even toyed with this concept by having Deadpool's caption boxes changed to white, but only because that particular character was in fact an imposter.
Holy shit, we're in her head now!
The girls are as firm as ever.
With no one else sounding quite like the Merc with the Mouth, it was only fitting for him to have a dedicated color for his unmistakable voice.
Phew! That's what happens when you mix C4 with a bean burrito. Now be honest. I'm not the only one with a little bit of shit in their pants right now, am I?
Number 9. The biggest fourth wall breaker in comics.
What? Who the hell is Cable to give us orders in our game?
Although written as a standard comic book character at first, writers eventually began to have Deadpool break the fourth wall, beginning with constant references to pop culture, even mentioning real-world actors, TV shows, and video games. His commentary became a staple which naturally evolved into the meta-referencing that is so prevalent today.
Dang, Skippy! Where are my manners? Introductions! Call me Deadpool. It rhymes with no school. Too cool, ain't no fool, and I'm the best that there is at what I do.
Now iconic, Deadpool's fourth wall breaks have become standard fare for the character, and even his video game incarnation has him grabbing his own life bar to hit the enemy.
Feel the love of the hyper combo, and it's a home run! This is the hyper combo.
If that wasn't enough, he managed to kill the entire Marvel Universe at one point by attacking its writers. Now that's meta.
Why are we trying to kill what's-his-face?
Who cares? I'm making art here. Behold!
Number 8. Costume inspired by Spider-Man's.
It's Ultimate Deadpool! Yeah! You got pulled! Achoo!
Deadpool's creators used Spider-Man's costume as inspiration for designing the Merc's garbs when they sold the concept of the Merc with a Mouth as Spider-Man with guns. Many Marvel characters have confused their costumes as a result, and since Deadpool is considered to be one of the fastest Marvel characters alongside the web-slinger, it's easy to see why.
Nice to see you kept my color scheme when you copied my suit. Am I like your idol? Never heard of you.
Deadpool even substituted for Spidey in one of the most iconic comic book covers of all time as an homage to the classic Amazing Fantasy number 15.
I think I've had enough of you. Shh, hush, little hero.
Number 7. The name is Deadpool.
What if I told you we can make you better? You're a fighter. We can give you abilities most men only dream of.
At Weapon X, Wade Wilson was a cancer patient doomed to die and whose only hope was a radical experiment to infuse Wolverine's healing factor into others to create the ultimate soldier. The many deaths which resulted from these twisted experiments led the remaining subjects to bet on who would survive the so-called Deadpool. Wade Wilson beat the odds and went on to take the name Deadpool in twisted irony.
One thing that never survives this place is a sense of humor.
We'll see about that, Posh Spice.
Number 6. Tastes terrible.
Hulk, rip off Talking Man's head!
My head? Oh, crap.
He's all yours, Einstein.
With a powerful regenerative healing factor and with zombies craving endless amounts of meat, it would only make sense to use Deadpool as a renewable supply of food. Unfortunately, he apparently tastes terrible, at least according to the zombies. Who would have thought that the zombies would have such a sensitive palate? At least this means that Deadpool could easily survive a zombie apocalypse, although his loud mouth would likewise be useless against the undead.
No guts, no gore. You see what we did there? About the... Forget it.
How profound.
Number 5. He's nearly immortal.
I can't believe it. I'm alive!
I'm alive!
With his healing factor derived from Wolverine and later augmented through experimentation, Deadpool is one of the hardest Marvel characters to kill. He's had his body completely blown up by the Punisher and still managed to survive. He's been smashed to a pulp by the Juggernaut and Hulk, cut apart by Wolverine, and shot and set on fire more times than he can count. While he is currently dead, burned up along with Earth in the latest Secret War storyline, we have no doubt that Deadpool will find his way back even from that.
Oh man, did that hurt! So, we give Cable the slip?
Looks like he left a note.
What does it say?
Number 4, Omnisexual.
Dude, we have another dude inside us! Yeah, not in a fun way.
Writer Gary Duggan confirmed online that Deadpool is omnisexual. He is whatever sexual orientation his brain tells him to be in that moment. And the insinuation is that his healing factor can essentially create whatever organs he needs at the time. If his sporadic brain develops feelings for the male sex, then he should be capable of developing the necessary organs for that particular relationship, and vice versa. Although Deadpool is mostly seen lusting after women, especially Black Widow and Domino, he certainly isn't exclusive.
Oh, I love it when you talk like that.
Yes! Now that's more like...
What? I wasn't talking to you, jerk!
Number 3, Merc with a mouth.
I love this weapon more than any other thing in the whole wide world. You want to know why? No. It's memorable.
His greatest weapon is widely considered to be his words, which can get on the nerves of the most stoic opponents and even drive them mad. While he may not be as strong as other Marvel heroes, the constant barrage of inane comments and a healthy dose of meta moments can push his opponents over the edge.
You know, I got a healing factor that makes Wolverine go like,
I wish I had Deadpool's healing factor, bub.
It's all in my origin story.
He often goads enemies into fighting in unfavorable situations, and can even have them doing detrimental things just to shut him up.
Okay. People are dead.
You didn't have that mouth on you, Wade. You'd be the perfect soldier.
Number 2, Deadpool fans wanted more.
They will tell you that New Mutants 98 got the most mail for a new character. They said they were overwhelmed to the point where they called me and said, can you put him in the next issue?
Originally written for the On the Way Out series New Mutants, creator Rod Liefeld's character became an instant hit. Pitched as Spider-Man with katanas and machine guns, and starting out as a villain, Marvel never expected a new character to develop such a dedicated following so fast.
We'll K-word them. K-word? You mean you want to kill them? Whoa, yeah. That does sound bad when you say it out loud. And yes, we're gonna unalive them.
With fan mail pouring in, it became clear that this mercenary had to be on Marvel's permanent payroll and soon got his own series.
You cannot discount the power of a great visual, and he's a great visual. Swords, machine guns, that costume, and he's a smartass.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Cozy. Hey, Cozy.
He says it came from the sky.
Number 1, Deadpool is a parody of DC's Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke.
Slade, what is the meaning of this outrage?
I call it a hostile takeover.
Your arrogance embarrasses me and shames you.
When first designed, Marvel editors commented on how Deadpool bore a striking resemblance to DC Comics' Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke.
Now this is what they call a standoff. Not even the Pit can bring back Mommy if her head's blown off.
Both were mercenaries who looked strikingly similar and had similar skill sets. Whereas DC's take was a very serious mercenary, Marvel took a more tongue-in-cheek approach, resulting in a parody of sorts. Due to the similarities, writers decided to name the character Wade Wilson to show that they were in on the joke. Do you agree with our list?
I'm touching myself tonight.
What's your favorite Deadpool fact? For more insane top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Let me remind you that my website got 15 million hits the weekend we announced.